Welcome to the channel, your go-to source for MMA news, breakdowns, and fight analysis. Let's get straight into it. Paddy Pimblett isn't holding back after his win over Michael Chandler. When asked about Ilia Topuria, he confidently claimed he'd handle Ilia the same way he just finished Chandler. Paddy even joked that he forgot about Ilia entirely. That's how little he thinks of him. "I don't call him hand sanitizer boy anymore," Paddy said. "He's now a Lido." But even with that, Paddy dismissed Topuria's relevance, pointing out that he's ranked higher than Ilia at lightweight and would love to welcome him to the division. According to Paddy, Topuria is just sitting out, waiting for a title shot, and that's not the way to earn it. With the momentum Paddy has right now, especially after stopping a fan favorite like Chandler, he's calling the shots and letting everyone know anyone can get it. Paddy reacts to McGregor betting against him. Paddy was genuinely surprised, and not in a good way, to find out that Conor McGregor had placed a $500,000 bet on Michael Chandler to beat him. "Cheeky little bastard," Paddy laughed, though the disappointment was clear. "I had a scout men to back each other. I didn't expect that from Conor, lad." That connection between the Irish and the Scousers? Apparently, it didn't mean much to Conor on this one. But Paddy's message is loud and clear. "If you want to come back, Con, I'm here, son. I'm waiting." He made it clear he's not scared of the spotlight or the competition. Paddy thinks Conor turning his back by siding with Chandler was more than just a bet. It was personal. And now, Paddy's ready to settle it, saying straight up, if he wants it, he'll get muffed as well. McGregor's return has always been a big if, but Paddy's made one thing certain. The door is wide open for that fight. Paddy didn't just beat Chandler, he might have stolen his future. Michael Chandler was expected to be Conor McGregor's opponent whenever Conor decides to return. But after what Paddy just did, he believes the torch may have passed. "That would be a huge pay-per-view," Paddy said, referencing a potential showdown between himself and McGregor. He's not convinced McGregor's coming back at all. He's got enough money. He doesn't need to come back. But if Conor does, the bat is more than ready. Paddy even framed it as poetic justice. Chandler was Conor's guy. Conor put $500,000 on him, and Paddy stopped him. Simple as that. He feels he earned the next big money fight, and if that means stepping in as Conor's return opponent, he's all in. "Anyone can get it," Paddy said again, making it clear he doesn't care if it's Chandler, Topuria, or McGregor. He's coming for everyone. Volkanovski isn't the same fighter who faced Islam Makhachev the first time. He says if they ran it back, the outcome could be completely different. "I'm a complete different person right now," Volk said, pointing to his renewed focus and training discipline. He even noted that Islam seems to have made lifestyle changes as well, suggesting both men have leveled up. But Volk believes his improvements give him the edge this time around. The idea of that rematch isn't just talk either. Volk said he's still eyeing a return soon and wants to be ready in case Makhachev wants to fight in June, as rumored. The Australian knows he's in the latter half of his career and is pushing to make the most of his remaining opportunities. With just one recent loss to Max Holloway in his last 5 fights, Volk believes he's still right in the mix and deserving of another shot at the belt. Volkanovski eyes undefeated Movsar Evloev. Alexander Volkanovski had some interesting things to say about the featherweight division. When asked about what's next, Volk didn't shy away from the idea of facing Movsar Evloev, an undefeated rising star. "I'd love to take that 0, Volk said with a smirk. He clearly respects Evloev's record, but isn't intimidated. Volk also acknowledged that the UFC has a lot to figure out, including whether Evloev might get another fight first or go straight for a title shot. While Volk is still recovering and reassessing things, he's made one thing clear. He wants to get back in the Octagon as soon as possible. He also reflected on how much he's changed since his last fights, especially with changes in his lifestyle. He stopped drinking and focused on better habits. According to Volk, he's a better version of himself now, and he's happy to face a better version of anyone else too. The message? If Movsar wants it, he can get it. Volk is down for the challenge. ESPN negotiations and a possible shakeup. The UFC's media deal with ESPN is nearing its negotiation window, and Dana White had a few insights. He said they'll begin talking to lots of different people once the window opens. There's also the possibility that UFC content could appear on multiple networks, similar to other major sports leagues. Dana praised ESPN, acknowledging a rocky start but saying they're now in a great place. Whether or not they re-sign, he only had good things to say about the relationship. When asked if the UFC would stick to the same 43 event per year schedule, Dana said it would depend on what the network, whether ESPN or someone else, needs. He hinted that the UFC is open to adapting based on scheduling and content demands. It's all part of the bigger picture, expanding UFC's reach while staying flexible in how they deliver content to fans. $1 billion price tag? Dana reacts. There's been buzz in media circles about the UFC's next media rights deal potentially being worth $1 billion per year. When asked directly, Dana White didn't deny it. He just smiled and said, "Sounds good to me." It was classic Dana, cool, confident, and a little bit playful. He didn't confirm the number, but he also didn't dismiss it. That kind of valuation reflects just how far the UFC has come as a global sports property. And with the ESPN window closing and negotiations opening up, the UFC is in a strong position. Dana knows what the UFC brings to the table: consistent events, massive global fan bases, and high-performing fighters. Whether it's ESPN or another partner, the next deal could be historic. Dana White on a surging combat sports brand. Dana White discussed the explosive growth of a certain combat sports brand. Not MMA, but still under that umbrella. He mentioned that the brand's valuation has tripled in just the past year and a half, and it's putting on more shows than ever. Dana described how he keeps feeling burned out, but continues pushing forward, creating massive events because people talk about it, and it grows everything. When asked about where this promotion ranks globally, Dana said if all combat sports are considered, they're likely number 3 behind a major boxing promotion. But if you focus just on MMA or MMA-style promotions, he confidently places them as the solid number 2 behind the UFC. It's clear the promotion is thriving, and Dana's ambition isn't slowing down. He's building something that gets people talking, and it's working. Title picture in limbo: Makhachev, Belal, and more. One fighter, likely Belal Muhammad, is hungry for his shot at the title and said he's ready to fight in June. He hopes Islam Makhachev doesn't delay the division by moving up. With Oliveira already having lost to Islam, and Topuria possibly waiting it out, there aren't many clear contenders. The fighter made his case with a solid record: 4 wins in his last 5, with the only loss coming to Max Holloway. He wants clarity from the UFC and hopes the call for a title shot comes soon. The clock's ticking, and the division needs movement. Whether it's Makhachev defending at 155 or someone new rising up, this fighter is ready to step in and make a statement. Michael Chandler's record may not look great. Now 1 win in his last 6 fights, but Dana White still sees him as a warrior. He's like our Arturo Gatti, Dana said, referencing the boxing legend known for exciting wars. Chandler may not always get the win, but every time he steps into the cage, fans know it's going to be a war. Dana acknowledged that Chandler was always in the fight against Paddy and praised his heart. Meanwhile, for Paddy Pimblett, the night was massive. Doubters have followed him every step of the way, but he's now undefeated in the UFC and just finished one of the toughest, most exciting fighters on the roster. With a statement like that, Paddy's no longer just a loudmouth. He's a serious player. And in true Paddy fashion, he summed it all up with one last jab. Look at the size of those paws, dude. Bird hands, dude. What do you guys think? Let us know below. If you like this video, then you may like what YouTube is suggesting right now. Stay tuned for more MMA breakdowns, fight analysis, and latest MMA news, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell. Thanks for watching.